Hi there. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm streaming. Hi there. Age of Innovation. Okay. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, so streaming Age of Innovation. I've done a couple of practice streams before. And I think this is the first one that's actually going to get recorded and stay there. So let's see how it goes. So Age of Innovation, it's a Terra Mystica game. I don't know if you ever played Terra Mystica. It's a pretty popular game. Platform I'm playing it on is called BGA, or Board Game Arena. Been playing Terra Mystica for about a year and a half or so. And Age of Innovation, probably about 6 months or so. We sort of played a paper version first in person with my friends. And then been playing the alpha. And recently it got released to beta, so it's in pretty good shape. Yeah, so now I'm just going to find a game. Looks like there's at least one other person here who's got a game out there. Who's this person? Wendy. Let's see. Oh, they were poor karma, so that's why they're not allowed in my game. I only choose 75 plus because I don't want people to drop from my game, which is really annoying. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get somebody soon. In the meanwhile, I guess I'll explain on the bottom right over here. So this is just my personal turn calculator. Helps me plan out what I'm going to do in the turn or the next turn. It just sort of does some of the math, so I don't have to spend so much time doing that. I'm not necessarily the best at the mental math. It helps you to plan. So that's there. I'm in the top left. So, you know, this bottom right might cover the scores of one of the opponents, but it's not that big of a deal, I think. But yeah, really enjoy Terra Mystica a lot. Now I'm kind of all in on Age of Innovation. I love it. It's very cool. It's like Terra Mystica, where you have different hexes on the board. You've got 7 colors, but instead of sort of preset factions like you have in Terra Mystica, you sort of build together your faction with different elements. So one of the elements is color. So you've got the same colors as Terra Mystica, same color wheel. I'm pointing at the screen here. You got the red, yellow, brown, black, blue, green, and gray. So same colors. They each have they do slightly different things. And then you've got your actual faction. So that has some abilities as well. So you choose one of those. And then the other thing you choose is your palace, or stronghold in Terra Mystica terms. So put those 3 things together and you have sort of a modular kind of faction that you've built. So I did the math once and it's like 1,700 odd combinations, but it doesn't feel that daunting when you play the game. There are sort of themes there. And the color, for example, will always be one of the colors. They'll always do the thing, and the rest you sort of choose. So the way it works is you draft. I go for a 4-player game, so the first player will pick one of those 3 things, either the palace, or the color, or the faction. And then player 2 picks the next one, goes to 3, 4, and then back to player 1. So the advantage of player 1 is you get to pick first, and pick first again before everybody. But player 4 gets to choose the pass tile before everyone else. So they choose their pass tile, and then player 3 chooses the pass tile, and then player 2, and then player 1. So I think it's actually relatively balanced. Like, you don't really need an auction, I think. Terra Mystica to be playable, you sort of need an auction or variable starting points, because the factions some are very, very good and some are not so good. But in Age of Innovation, it's a little bit contextual. Certainly there are some palaces that are great, some factions that are great, but the combination of them is what makes, and what's going to work on a given map or given like setup, same map, for a given setup is going to be different. So I think, from what I've seen, you don't really need an auction. So maybe eventually that'll be proven wrong and we need one, but certainly so far in the over 100 games I've played, I feel like it's pretty balanced. Could be there. People are still figuring it out, but we shall see. This is kind of annoying how no one is joining it. I hope this doesn't take too long. Okay. Well, maybe while we're waiting, I did sort of do some early on, when I was getting into Age of Innovation. I created this deck that I used helped me sort of decide, what palaces were better, what competency tiles were better, what factions were better, and all this stuff. And it was early in the game, and since some of these things don't hold true, I think. But it's probably, I was meaning to sort of fix it up before I kind of show it to people, but we're sitting here and might as well just show it warts and all. So let me just put it on screen here. All right. Okay, I can't do the presentation yet, but that's okay. So anyway, yeah, the hope here was, I'll just read this, I guess. My hope for this deck was to provide a framework to value the different elements within Age of Innovation that players can use to help inform the decision making and improve the game. It's worth mentioning that my system evaluation does not capture all intangible benefits, but I will call them out in the notes. And of course, everything is contextual. And that last line, I've realized more and more is true. Okay, so the first thing on the list was explaining the universal resource point key. So just a way to value things. And then I kind of go through a ranking of competency tiles, factions, palaces, and innovation tiles. And like I said, some of them will be wrong now. My evaluation of them has definitely changed. So we'll do an update later. But for now, let's start with the universal resource point key. Okay, so basically the resources in the game, and I'm gonna, as much as possible, try to use the terms from Age of Innovation, but I will for sure slip into the terms for Terra Mystica too, because I played a lot of Terra Mystica. So first one is tools, otherwise known as workers in Terra Mystica. So basically, everything's got a value, and you can kind of think of the universal resource point as kind of kept constant with the value of a coin. It's worth noting that the value of different resources changes throughout the game. Like a good example, I think, is at the very beginning of the game, your priest or your scholar, using the term from AOI, is worth a lot more. Like you really care about having a scholar right at the beginning. For example, to send to the cult track so that you can get 3 bumps instead of the normal just 2. But at the end of the game, your scholar, turn it into a worker sometimes because you just need a worker or can't build anything else, just turn it into a coin. So the value of it kind of shrinks over time. The same is true for other resources sometimes. So anyway, this valuation, it's just a methodology. It doesn't mean it's perfect or right, but it sort of considers what the average value over the 6 turns would be. So here we go. So tools or workers, we're valuing at 3. Coins, like I said, we're keeping it 1-to-1 for the URP. Books are 3.5. Books are a new resource in AOI. You can use book actions for them, or you can use them to buy innovations. You can also convert them into coins, which is not very efficient, but sometimes at the end of the game, that's what you do. Power. So power we're counting as half of a resource point. And then scholars we're saying are 3.75. One of the things about AOI is that the scholars and the cult track, or I think they call it the competency track, is there's more stuff there. It's more valuable than in Terra Mystica. So that's why kind of this is a little bit maybe more higher valued than you might have done in Terra Mystica. Spades, I'm putting a value of 5 on. So that's spades. And then science steps are like almost 3 essentially. So each step. And that's actually a resource you might get through Pastile or even a palace tile. And then victory points we count sort of 1 to 1. So URP is the same as a coin, same as a victory point. Okay, so I'm not going to read all this stuff here, but looking to the bottom here, oh yeah, this is the science step piece. So this is kind of explaining how I got to the science step. So essentially the okay, so the resource value of one science step is, we're counting as half a tool, 1 coin, 0.33 books, etc. And so basically that has to do with in AOI, when you get to the 9th step, then you get a reward. And depending on which track it is, it's either going to be coins or tools or power, or I think the last one is victory points. So that's kind of where this comes from. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then the other piece of it is, of course, there's rewards. So it's sort of, we get an idea of how we get the rewards. I don't want to go into all the details right now, but anyway, that's how we got to the sort of the science value of 1 step, and then add it with the resource value. So probably have to fix this slide a little bit, but anyway, it is what it is. So using this key, we sort of, it'll help us to score different things. So here we've got the competency tiles, and looking at this list, I feel pretty good about it, but the context, like the order and everything, but the context is super duper important. So maybe I'll start with how the no one is joining my game. This is crazy. I don't know if I'm going to get a game today. Okay, so the context here is we're assuming that you're going to get this competency tile in round 1. So you're building a school, or otherwise known as a temple. So the temple is a term from Terra Mystica, and school is a term from AOI. So you're building a school in round 1 so that you get this competency tile and the value of it starting then. So the first one here is gives you 1 tool and 1 competency step, and you get it for 5 rounds because you build it in round 1, and it's income, so you get it for the following rounds. So important to note that depending on when you choose a competency tile, they're going to have different values. Because if you choose this one and build it, or choose it in the last round, it has no value basically by itself, because you're not going to get any more income in the game. So anyway, so we're assuming in this case you get 5 rounds of it. So in those 5 rounds, you're going to get 5 tools, and you're going to get 5 science steps, which if you multiply it by the URP key in the prior slide, it adds up to 29.9. So this is, the best tile by the numbers to pick in round 1. And I think that holds pretty true. It gets picked a lot. It's great to have an extra tool for the whole game, and the steps. It's just really, really good in round 1. Now, the other factor, of course, is you're going to get books and/or steps, depending on where it is on the track. So it's either going to give you 2 books and 1 step, 1 book and 2 steps, or 3 steps. So that matters a lot too. You might need those books early to do other stuff. You might want those steps. So that's another factor for sure. The next one is the one that gives you 3 victory points and 2 coins. So again, we're assuming you take this in round 1, so you get 5 turns of it. So you get 15 victory points, 10 coins, which your URP, so that's kind of just the coins in the URP, is 10. And then if you combine them together, VP and URP get to 25. So that kind of puts it at second on the list. Also very good, especially early. And yeah, I mean, if you compare, Fire 1, it's a lot better than that because of all the victory points. Okay, so next we've got the one that gives you 1 book and 1 power every round. So again, 5 rounds, so 5 books, 5 power. We multiply against the key, and that gives us 20 VP URP, essentially. So number 3. Okay. Next, now we kind of, and these are kind of more of the econ ones, although number 2 here also has victory points, but we kind of get into the victory point ones next. Very good to take these. People take them a lot. It's all about points, of course, in AOI, and one of the things that's kind of cool about AOI, I think, you don't have this auction, so it's pretty easy to benchmark, hey, what's a good score, like a score to aim for? And I find you get to 200, or even sometimes above 200, but 200 is a good goal. I find it not that easy to get to, but sometimes I do, or sometimes I get close. Often will win. 200 is a good score. So to do that, like if it's helpful benchmark to think, okay, where are those 200 points going to come from? How many are going to come from the competency tiles? How many are going to come from the track or the pass tiles or your palace or whatever? And when you look at a starting board, I often look to see, is this a setup that has not that many points in it, for example? Like maybe there's a lot of big buildings, not a lot of late, workshop or guild rounds, just maybe not as many points. In that case, I'm going to value things, palaces, for example, that have a lot of points built in there, so because I'll get that and others won't. While other setups may just need a whole bunch of resources so that you can take advantage of all the points that are there on the track. So just that's one way to sort of think about it contextually. But this one is cool. It gives you a scholar. Sorry, it doesn't give you a scholar, but it gives you 2 victory points every time you send a scholar to forever to the competency track, or even just do a bump. So like you get it back in your supply. So it doesn't seem like much, but you can really set up some broken turns where you get a ton of victory points. If this combines with the pass tile that has a priest or a scholar, that's every scholar's worth 4. If you combine it with the round bonus, that every time you go up 1 on the competency track, every scholar could be worth 5 if you do a bump, or 6 if you send the priest. And you can do it several times in the game. You can set yourself up. Sometimes a cool trick is if you have a scholar reward round, you can kind of try to set it up where you're going to get the pass tile, or even better, the round tile and this one. So you can really get some crazy points going. So very cool tile, and you get the points for it, but then you also get to move up the track. There's rewards there. There's points like usual for being first, second, or third. Okay, let's see how we're doing on the game stuff. Okay, we've got 1 person. That's good. We're getting there. I hope it'll happen. Okay, so the next one here is the one that gives you 2 victory points when you pass the turn for every town that you have. Can definitely get you a good amount of points if you get it relatively early. Yeah, so you'll see from the scoring perspective, what I've done here is I've sort of put in an expected usage. This is, can totally vary. I don't know if this is right anymore or not, but obviously if you use this 10 times, you're getting 2 victory points each time. That's going to be worth 20 points for the game. but you can use a lot more than 10 times. That's totally possible. There's ways to kind of cheat it and like get more scholars, and of course the town, similar stuff. You can find ways to get more out of it, but based on this kind of usage, we're saying 20. Now, this other one is quite interesting. I think it's a really cool design. It says every time you pass, you look at the lowest cult that you're on and earn that many victory points. So usually what happens is, you need a key to get past the 7th step in AOI. So best case usually is you're getting 7 points a turn at some point in the game, and you can try to get that earlier. It can really build up to a lot of points. Some ways to do that is green, gets a step on every cult to the starting point. One of the factions also starts at 1 and everything, and there's like lots of different ways to go up cults. So this kind of rewards you for being balanced when you go up the cults, rather than, usually it's all about winning a cult. And so that's an important balance too. It's still good to win cults, but this kind of says, hey, early on, if you can go up a bunch of cults, like for example, take the town that gives you 1 step of every cult, you can get rewarded quite a lot of points for it. So very good. These 3 tiles are excellent victory point tiles. Okay, and what's next? Okay, so this is kind of a cool one. This is the tower, and when you get this composite tile, you get the ability to place a neutral structure, so a white kind of building. You have to place it on a hex that's your color. Either you have a hex that's your color that you can kind of access. Either it's next to you, or with shipping, or sailing, you can access it. So, or the other option is you have the ability to do a hard dig. So you have to do a little bit of setup to make this one work, but what's cool about it, it's sort of like a better trading post. It's going to give you 2 power income, 2 coin income, and it also counts towards 2 structures towards your 7-point town. So it can be a way to try to get an extra town that maybe you don't have the buildings to do it. It can be a way to get coin income early and power. It's interesting. It definitely has a place. And then the next one is can be another really good scoring one. And it's called edge scoring. So there's no earth one in this game. So the way you get points for placing your workshops is a bit different. So the pass tile, for example, will give you 2 victory points every time you place it next to a river hex. Now most of those hexes in the game are river hexes, but still there are some that aren't. But this one gives you 3 victory points if you do it on the edge of the board. That's sort of indicated in the game, like a dotted line. So this one can be very cool because there's also an edge scoring there's edge scoring round bonus tile. If you can combine it with the river hex, like the pass tile that gives you 2 victory points, you can do all kinds of broken things. There's also a faction that gives you points for placing your workshops on river hexes. So because there are also the river / edge hexes too. So you can get, I've seen like I think 11 point, every workshop with 11 points. It's crazy. So it can be very good if you set it up the right way. Anyway, let's see. We're at 3. Exciting. Almost there. Okay, the next one here, I said here, not a good tile. I kind of still agree with this one. Don't love it, but this one, if you were to do, it's a button that gives you 4 power. So you could get 6 rounds worth of value compared to the income ones, but you're only going to get 24 power, which translates to 12 URP. So, most of the time, I don't want to take this. There are situations, maybe a faction really likes power, like these guys. Oops, like these guys over here. I'm blanking right now what they're called. Anyway, but not great. Now this one says, I feel like it's not so fair that it's so low on the list, because I did say sometimes it's the best choice in round 6. you get stuff immediately. You get 5 victory points, one tool, and 2 coins. So, I mean, in the last round, this will get you something, quite a lot, while this will get you nothing, nothing, nothing. Some of these might get you some victory points, but this can be really good at the end. So don't discount it. Okay, so there's the double. Then this is like very. Oh, okay, we're gonna start. So come back to the deck another time. Let's play AOI. Woo. Okay, so pretty good table. Like, I mean, it's early in the beta, so elos are not so high. Mine is not so high at all, but it's early in the beta. It's all good. Okay, so I'm picking third. First thing to check is the colors. So the color that is missing here is brown. So this probably usually what happens with the colors. If yellow, red, green, and black are in the game, they will be chosen. Okay. Next, let's look at the factions. So philosophers, very popular, very good. Goblins can be great too. Lizards, a little more situational. Monks, people loved them in the beginning. I love them a lot less now because you don't get that many competencies. And Blessed, kind of meh, in my opinion. Situationally, you could see someone over here. Tank has taken this palace, Palace 10. It's popular because, I mean, the 6 coins a turn are great, but also kind of lets you get 2 books once you build it, which can be a good way to try to get a first round innovation. Sometimes that's possible. This town key one kind of works nicely with lizards. As soon as you build it, you're going to get the lizard reward of building, digging, and getting a free workshop. This is the fakir one, which can be cool, can score a fair number of points. This one, Palace 12. Well, it's every time you build a workshop. That basically is the Earth one. It's not actually just a river hex anywhere. It's not as good as you might think, though. But situationally, it could be good. And this one gives you 2 tools. So anyway, I spent a lot of time here. I should really look at the rest because I have to pick something. So looking at the track, so we've got some good scoring at the end with Edge, in the middle over here with workshops and other early kind of scoring. Innovation round in 3. For the colors, blue is the most common, so lots of priesty stuff here, which could be kind of cool with the priest or the scholar send stuff. This is a good one, upgrade. Let's see, so I'm third, so probably someone will take the dig first, and then I'll probably take this, maybe. And quick glance over here. Okay, I should really pick something quickly. A fair number of worker type things. And priests, I kind of feel like I really don't like these. So I'm going to just take goblins. There's lots of palaces I can work with, and the colors, I'm going to get one of the 4 good colors. I can think more about which I'd prefer, but I don't want lizards, I don't want monks, and I don't want blessed. So better to choose that. And I can live with pretty much any of these palaces. So let's think. Yeah, nice thing about goblins is you get the extra worker start, which can be quite useful. And then it's kind of one thing to think about is, okay, am I going to start temple or am I going to start palace? So that will depend, of course, what palace I choose. But a pretty kind of standard, when I say temple, I mean school. A pretty standard school start is build a guild, build a school, and then build 2 workshops. So that costs 7 tools, and with normally start with 6, but Goblin starts with that extra with 7. So okay, so we've got someone taking green. So that's good. Okay, so we don't have the 2 tool pass tile, which is usually the second one to go. We have some coins in the game, but not the 6 coins. To have the priest, okay, that's important. There's no priest around. There's an upgrade around, but the priest tile is important because maybe you could do some fun stuff with priest rewards and priest tile and priest competency. Okay, let's see the placing of the competency tiles. So there's our favorite 12. It's on blue 3, so sadly no books to go with it. Blue does have a couple spots, but not till a little later, so not the most, not the best necessarily. And then white, got a spade there. Okay. Interesting. So 2 of the most popular income ones don't get any books. This one gets you 2 books. That's a good way to get a wrapped up for an innovation. And then looking at the innovations, some of the early ones people like to take are schools. I don't see Steam Power, which is a really popular early one. It's a great one. This workshop can be good early. This libraries is great, like the highest potential score you can get naturally. So it's like 24 points if you're on the top of 2 cults when you do it. Another good scoring one, another good scoring one at the end. Popular to help get your towns. Okay, where are we at? So he took black tank, he took town one. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to compete for towns here. Something to be said about this palace because of the priest rewards at the end. Can really get you more points than usual. Also something to be said about Palace 12, given how much emphasis there is on like different workshop rounds. This gives you priest income too. Interesting. And then color-wise, okay, so it's going to be red or yellow. I think what I'm going to do is like red. He probably wants red, actually. These philosophers. But yellow is, I think, better than red's. Between the two, I think yellow is better when red's in the game. So I'm going to just take yellow. It's also nice with goblins because I start with a spade, which means I start with 2 extra coins. Let's think about this now. So first player is tank here. Okay, he chose monks, black monks. He's going to start with 2 priests. Okay, so he is going to have 9 power, presumably. Maybe more, depending on the pastel he takes. So we could do double dig. Oh, that's interesting. So he took faction. He actually didn't have faction pressure, so he didn't have to do that. So that's fine. Okay, let's... Do I want to do this? How is yellow for jumping around? Not as good as green. Still Yeah, slightly. You can totally do. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we're talking about number 1 is going to be monks. Number 2 is going to be Obula, who's the red philosophers. So they're not power-wise. So maybe double dig. Yellow probably won't start by taking a power action. What do I want? Kind of. I think I'm incented. It's a tough question around temple or stronghold this first round. Well, I mean, okay, let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's take bonus card 4, so I get the extra workers. Starting with 8 tools. So I could totally do Palace start if I want to, which I have incentive to do it because I'm going to get the victory points for it. 4 victory points when I pass. So that is worth thinking about. It's also, it's a workshop round in round 2. So if I've got the Palace up, then I can sort of start doing the jumping. So that's okay. I think I like the Palace start. Starting spots usually here and here for yellow. Black is usually here and here typically. Green is usually here and here when there's no gray in. And then red, usually here, and then with yellow in the game, sometimes here, sometimes here. That's typical, I'd say. Should probably use the hex names, but I'm just not that used to it. Okay, what's happening here? So, first player took dig, I took the big building tile. Next player, Mobula, took the priest, and then, okay, so tank is going to have a lot of power to start because, what is it? It'll be 9 plus 4, so it'll be 1 power of all 3. So they can totally double dig, and I kind of expect they will because they're monks and they need to expand. Okay, so man, I might go here first to kind of entice. Well, I guess red's going to choose again last, so doesn't really matter. If they want to go here, they will. Okay, I'm going to keep things pretty standard. So far, green is pretty standard. Expect red. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I would probably more likely do this, but people like to do this. I personally, as yellow, I prefer they not go here. I think because this is important to me. Because if I can get this, it really helps me connect. Because I can just, this is a jump here and a jump, and I'm connected. If I don't get it, then I gotta figure out some. Oh no, actually it's not hard. I just take this and then I'm connected to 1, 2, 3. So, okay, that's actually not a problem. I want to make sure I get to expand. So I probably want to try to get to this. for them, which is not going to be easy, but it does open up free hexes for the fakir jumps. So to get that, I have to kind of do a jump here and then there. So upgrading digs might be a thing potentially I want to do at some point, because also because of goblins. So I've got to think here. Take a priest tile, that will open up one. I won't need a dig, but I don't necessarily need workers because I've got 8 to start. I've got my one, oh yeah, I got my 1 spade, so I kind of need 1 spade in this round or a priest to be able to put down 2 workers that I want to put down. But taking a single dig is potentially a good thing. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. I want to single dig this as soon as possible. I'm not heavily under threat. I mean, this is more under threat. I don't think I'm going to get a chance. I think black will do this right away, I assume. Green wants the single dig badly because they want this. They don't get it. Oh, they have to dig. Never mind. So it's not so critical for them. Look at the pastels again. Scoring wise, oh yeah, there is a trading post, which is a good pastel, so that's quite relevant for points. Priest 1 for points. Okay. Not bad. And then bridge 1 is pretty useful. It's got the book. Bridges can be pretty useful. For me, yellow traditionally, of course, does kind of use bridges for their towns. I probably will too, but also kind of more focused on jumping. Okay, so actually black took the workers. That makes sense too, because as monks, they start with less workers, so it only gets them to 6. What did they take? Oh, they took, okay, competency 7. We've got 3 books right now. Red's got a book for being red, and green has a book. Why? Because they took the dig. So I'm the only one without books. Okay, so red sent their priest. Fair enough. Yellow priest. Reward isn't exciting, but they probably want to get the coins or something. Okay, so I don't have enough power to get a dig or anything right now. All good. I think I'm gonna do this. Red's gonna have to upgrade near me, so might as well get a jump on the leech. Building there first. This is not under threat. Not worried. Nobody has temp ship or temp sailing. But I think it's more important to get this hex than this, because this connects this and that. So that's the goal. I guess I'll update my turn calculator. I've built the guild, which means I need 6 and 10 to do the other things I want to do. Okay, interesting. So green took a single dig, even though they've got their own dig. Fair enough. dig might not happen now for me, depending on if red gets power. Enough power for I do. Take that. Okay, interesting. So got 9. Can't take double dig. I could take priest. So could black. So upgrade here. Red's gonna have enough power. If I wait, build over here, and I get that first. So I think I'm just going to do that. I might lose out on, I will lose out on A-Leech probably. Because I could have had a stronghold here, but I'd rather have a chance at getting double dig. Maybe green will upgrade next to me, or use their dig here, get me 1 power, and then red gives me 2 more. So green didn't do that. Okay, fair enough. The danger is I might not get the priest, but okay, what did the black upgrade should we? They did. Upgraded sailing, yes. Okay. Makes sense. Philosophers takes their book. Okay, they're really hoping I'm going to give them a leech for the double dig. Can I stall for another turn? Not very effectively. So yeah, I guess the only way to stall is to do this. Take the priest, but then I'm out of the race for double dig, which is fine. I think I'm just going to do that. Temple, green. What will they take? They have 1 yellow book. Alright, take good old competency 12. Makes sense. Is anyone going to get up and get the reward here? I don't know. Not me. Well, not based on the current game plan anyway. Okay, nice. They took the book action here. Smart move. I'm going to do a temple, I guess. They could have taken double dig if they wanted to. Maybe they didn't want to burn out 6 power, but it seems reasonable to me to do that sometimes. I also probably want to try to jump to this one quick. So red doesn't take it from me because this is an important connection hex for me. Very important. So actually feel fine about taking the priest. Oh yeah, so I built one of these 2 workshops. I'm gonna update the calculator. It says 581. I've got 5121, so I'm good to go. So I'm really thinking about pass tiles for next round. If I spend these 5, I'm gonna be getting 4 workers next round, which isn't a lot, but and 1 priest. Be down to about 4 coins probably, and then that coin income will go away, instead be a priest income. Okay, so we have a temple going on. Red. I really like actually the idea of getting priest bonus card, because then I can just expand a bit and get some of these critical connection hexes early, and it's also a workshop scoring round. Okay, it's time to do the stronghold. I mean the palace. Move down a little bit so you can see. We're talking about red a lot. They finally have the power to do the double dig. See what they do. So green chose a6 to their dig. Black takes the bridge. Fair enough. Updating my turn calculator. So I've got a flight and a workshop to build, which I'm going to go to F4. Red is probably going to do double dig now. What are they going to dig? Yeah, I guess they'll do I8. They'll turn to, wait, is that usually the move? Yeah, they'll turn that to gray and then take E9, I think. Alright, so green is pretty much done, so they're probably going to pass after my turn. Swamps has stuff to do. They got a temple to build, a priest to use. They're going to be around for a bit. And they'll, assuming they take the double dig, I'm only going to get one thing to build. Oh, okay, that makes sense too. We can do that double dig. Fair enough. Not a bad move. That means that they're pretty much done after this. I do have 5 books, but they do have 5 coins. Maybe they want to buy competence, or innovation, possibly. I don't think so. Alright, so we're going to do this. Okay, so that is basically the things I was going to do this turn. So green takes the dig, the bridge, pass tile. Black gotta do stuff, they can't pass yet. Okay, they built the stronghold. Look at that. They're getting 2 books right away. They're gonna buy an innovation, right? No, not enough. Okay, so maybe they'll upgrade digs, or yeah, I bet you they'll upgrade digs to get the other 2 books. Buy an innovation. What would they buy though? They kind of need a spare place to put something. I don't know. Kind of can't see it buying one actually. Yeah, that's what I thought. He took the dig. That's okay. I wanted the priest. So I can do 2 flights, 2 workshops. It's 2 and 4. I still have. other stuff left. It would be nice to do a school. Anything else? I'm just gonna pass here. I really do need a school though. That's kind of annoying. Let's look at the power. So he's not going to be much power. Depends on if he uses it, but he'll probably be a good spot for power. He won't. Take 3. That's 8 here. I could do a dig. I don't really need a dig. I do need workers. I don't know. Let's just stick to the plan. I'm going to go on mute for a second, everybody. One sec. Okay, so he did pick first round innovation. How did he do the dig? Hard dig. Okay, right. So the hard dig is 2 because he upgraded the dig to get the books, and then he bought the 2 workers or the 2 work tools with power. Okay. That's kind of cool if you're monks, because usually behind on workers, so kind of interesting. And he took it's a town too, which is nice, so he gets even 2 more workers right now. It's kind of a cool start. 7 and 6 coins. 3 power there. And 8 victory points on the pass next time he takes big building. That's going to be a thing. He can get a lot of victory points as long as he gets that a few times. Says I've got 1 viewer right now. I don't know if it's really 1 viewer or just me. So we'll find out later, I guess. But this time I have the setting on Twitch where it'll record the video and I'll upload it to my YouTube channel afterwards, which has the same name as my handle here on BJ, Sasha1977X, and same thing on Twitch, etc. So it should be easy to find me on any of those platforms. Okay, what happened here? Green used 2 books to get the 6 coins. Fair enough. So they're light on resources here. Really wish I could build a temple. I don't have the resources right now. And I think it's better to build out my workshops. Did I use the upgrade? Yeah, I did. Okay. Fair enough. The only kind of downside to this Fakirs thing is you don't get to do much on the cults. And the cults are really important in AOI. So that is one of the downsides. But scoring wise here, I got 5 for Palace and then 2 because it's a workshop round. Black took the coins with the power that I gave them there. It's a nice little bit of power. I wanted to do another flight. I need 2 tools, 4 coins, 2 scholars. Could get scholar action. 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need 1 coin, which I could burn for. 6, 7, 9. Burn 4. Oh, it's not great to burn 4 out of that. Brings me down to 5, so I don't think I'd do that unless I get enough bleach. Plus, I think I might want to get a dig next round. Okay, so let's see, I'm in 3rd spot, so 2 passes. Just looks like they might pass for me. I could potentially get a dig tile. If I was in a position, it would be nice to try to get an innovation next round. It's going to be a little tricky, given I have 0 bucks. Okay, so red got a city tile. Okay, from their palace. That makes sense. Okay. Let's stick to the plan here. Before I said I needed D5 to connect, but I really don't. This is already connected, so probably the next one I'd want to go for is over here. Okay, so definitely would love to go at Temple next round. Here. Takes a bridge, okay. So I've got power over here. Looks like red is not in a position to pass yet. Next round I got 7 workers if I pass now. So we just basically need some coins to get a temple going. Got 5 coins. Let's just math this out real quick. So a guild and a school, 5 and 8 coins, maybe some other stuff. Take 3 power and a coin. I feel like this is the play. got a lot of points here compared to others, but it's not really, don't have the economy that I would love right now. But, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take these bonus card 8, the temple, get myself, and I of course need, you know, the schools, because I need to have priests to take advantage of me being having a secure palace. Okay, so I'm gonna have 6 coins here. What else are we doing here? Still have the priest. I could. In an ideal world, I get a dig and I'm able to take that. So I'll lock right out of it. So let's see. Workshop and scholar, of course, you need digs. So 6, 10, 16, 7, 6, 13. Okay, I could take maybe coins. Red got their plan, got up to income here. Another power, okay. Okay, so now I could totally take coins and still have 6 power. That is probably going to be the move. What do I get? What competency do I choose? I'm nowhere on the cards right now. Double dig is interesting. Oh, priest is always a thing. Maybe it's priest. Let's see that. Do that. That could be it. I can do this. And if we get a dig. I'm thinking about taking coins that don't get the dig. That is the only thing. Maybe I don't take the coins because I'm goblins. I just take the dig. I get the 2 coins. It's not exactly enough for everything I want to do. Double dig would have been better. Okay, so he took that competency tile, or sorry, that innovation schools one, and got competency 9. I don't know why I'm thinking of towns. It's this that I'm thinking with my school, competency tile. Total dig is still a thing. It's worth 4 coins. Edge scoring at some point for sure is going to be what I want. The potential of finishing up a town here. Scoring could be a thing pretty soon, actually. What does it come with? 2 brown books. Don't mind that. of power. That's good. Still not quite enough to get a double dig. Green's gonna have a lot of power, so I'll have 6 in there, at least. Black will have 2 over here. And red will be all the way 6. So lots of power for everybody, pretty much. First. 7, 12. Fortunately, the 3 spot for brown and blue are taken, so I'll have to find another way if I want to go up those cults and take advantage of late priest rewards. I mean, competency 12 is when I do it, so there's double dig, guess, annexes, this is ugly. What is the plan here? Coins is the obvious kind of answer. It does kind of hamstring my opponents a little bit too, especially red and green to an extent. They do have power, might force them to use their power for coins, which is kind of better for me, I guess. I'll burn down to 7 if I do that. The other options right now are just single dig, which only gets me 2 coins, doesn't let me do the things I need to do here. I'm thinking edge scoring is the way to go. Although, let's take coins. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking there might be a world where the double dig competency is the one I want. So I'm thinking, see, do they have sailing yet? No, they could get it. Thinking that allows me to get this, and then get this or this. This one, I hesitate because I'd love to save it for edge scoring to get more points. But I could get a town, which could help drive further stuff. Not really in a position to get a bridge right now, so probably wouldn't happen this turn. I probably want to build my temple, trading post temple, guild school over here somewhere, because maybe here. even though I'm giving green a lot, because then I might want to just, hang on, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I want to do it here because maybe I just want to dig through this stuff and get all the edge scoring. The next round is kind of the round for that. Well, not edge scoring, but dwellings. This is already gone. Is anyone getting an innovation this round? Maybe red. Upgrade digs, and they can get there. What did they do? Upgrade workshop. Yep, they could totally do another temple. Think they will. I feel like that's their plan. Oh, right now, or just get the book reward. Other stuff I can consider here is, do I want to set up getting more books in the game? A little late for competency 12. I don't think I need it as much. Got a good worker or tool economy going. Points. The town pass one. Not quite there yet. Okay. I think edge scoring is the thing. Okay, what happened? Okay, so they got the priest. Got a lot of priests. They're on priest town. Okay, so they're going to do the whole points thing. They don't have this yet, so they'll probably build that. Get enough to do an innovation. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do my temple over here. Green totally could do this business. That could be some nice leech. Green takes the bridge. Okay. Take my turn calculator here. So if I want to build this second workshop, I need to either get a priest or get a dig. I kind of feel like saving these for edge scoring, which I can get right now. I still would need a second priest then to do that jump. Single dig for green. I'm going to take this. No, I'll take that. Other options, I got 2 books from this school. Upgraded digging, 4 books, still not 5. Not really a great place. Okay, the priest is done. All right. Kind of want to do that. think I'm gonna take the double dig. So I can jump here, and I can do this, take it away from red. I could do this, maybe that's better, so I can get a town quicker. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I like it. Last spade. Take it back. I'm going to go here because I want to maximize edge scoring. This helps too anyway. I can sort of make that a town with a bridge and then jump over here and do stuff that way. Okay, that's the plan. Black's got as many points as me. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to build that other dwelling. Get me 6 workers for next round. Have 5 coins, 2 priests coming, which is great. Love to be able to get edge scoring and build some workshops, but that seems kind of a stretch. 7, 12. Getting 3 power because I'm 2 on blue, that's something. Gonna get 1 bump. Will help my power slightly. So 1, 2, 3, 1 here. Maybe that's gonna be possible. I mean, the dig would be spectacular. Oh yeah, I think like the dig and then a bridge. So the 2, I'll have 2 books then, so I could get this. Or dig and double dig. That would be cool too. Okay, got options. Okay, what just happened before this? Philosophers. Tuck. Right. Makes sense. They're going to choose out some points. That's the plan. Okay, so black's carved out 2 of their towns. Already got 1 town. In position to take that, pretty unopposed. Red's going to connect this way, town this way. They're going to have trouble expanding anywhere else. Because of me? Oh man, it would be kind of fun to like take that. Very mean, but kind of cool. I could jump here, here, here. Wow, here. That would ruin their day. I'll do it if it's only kind of the right move for me. So green has passed on to the dig. Okay, so I'm not getting the dig. There. I could get that. Then I got 7 workers. I just need to find the coins. Easier said than done, because he's going to take coins for sure. I don't have the extra book necessary. if I took this, I could take the 6 coins here, which gets me to 11. That's pretty close. And I just need the 1 worker. Have a brick. Okay, that's not bad. Kind of don't want to leave it for black though. Okay, I'm gonna pass. 4 coins here. 4 power 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3 plus 4 more. 5. I'm going to take this. So got 1 side step. Let's go blue, get the power. Another power, that's really helpful. What are they taking? Coins. My plan here. Need 7 workers, which I've got. 12 coins. 2 coins over here. I guess if I somehow got my books fast enough, maybe I could take the coins. Red is most definitely going to be innovating. I think they're going to go for this libraries, I imagine. Kind of push up with their 4 priests that they've got. Maybe that's one option. Oh, here we go. They bought something. Oh, they bought this one. Okay, so where are they going to put that? Here? Is that a town? For yeah, I guess that's a town. Yep, maybe coins. Maybe another priest. Because they want to just go crazy with priests. Anyway, I can't steal out from them anymore. Perhaps they were feeling boxed in and thought, I don't know. It's not like there's a really simple town there for them. What did they take? They took the priest. Okay. We offered a ton of power over here. 6 for 7, and they decline. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, they're going to get a lot of points this turn. Each one of these priests is worth minimum 5 victory points. So that's 25 victory points. So at 80. That's going to be, that's the value of playing those rounds like that. Anyway, say I do the edge scoring, probably the play maximize the points would be jump there and jump there. So that means my workshop is worth 5 plus 2 plus 3, so 10 points. Each is 20 points. And income next round goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. tools. Going into an upgrade round. Right now I gain an extra priest the following round. Alright, not bad. Give me 1 sec, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thinking about next round again. Yeah, I think it's gonna, yeah, the plan is here. Just need some coins to make it work. I really think upgrading digs next round, or the 5th round, despite using priests, is something to consider. Because I really have a good tool economy here, and I'm going to want to take advantage of its edge scoring business. That's the best way to do it. Help me carve out some towns. Okay. So I've got to figure out a way to do that. Okay, so everybody's passed. What do we have here? Green's first with the dig. Then me, I've got the building. Black to coins with schools, and then red to power. Weird. It's so much power. I don't understand that. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake. Anyway, they got a lot of points that last round. Just don't get this move. Okay. 4 and 9, 6 and 14, 10 and 1. Must be nice to have competency tiles that do things for you. So it's a very non-standard game. It's like just a double dig. Just might hurt me at the end. We'll see. We're getting their income from competency 12. I think he's got it too. It's just hidden behind there. Let me just refresh. should show up there. Oh, he doesn't have that actually. Gotta be taking coins. Just take it. I think what I'm going to do is, yeah, there's the coins. Okay. Get my trading post temple stuff going so I can maybe get the books before someone takes these coins, or at least gets power. So black is already capped, and I think this is better because I might want to try to go this way and build a town. So to not overbuild, I think this is the place to do it. Black at the workers, makes sense. Let's see that. Unexpected. I guess it gets a town. He's playing tall, very tall. Okay, town pass tile makes, or town competency tile. Not bad, okay. It's got 5 blue books. Got it. What is he going to do? He's going to take coins for sure. Oh, well, not for sure, but I don't know. Got a lot of books. It's probably not innovating right now. Takes coin town. Fair enough. I got power from that. I'm gonna go up 1 on brown. No power for that. Oh, I have to use all my power to do this. Kind of sucks. Just thinking about, do I want to send priests or something? I want to get a bridge. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I'm just going to do what I plan to do. I'm going to play a little faster. I'm almost running out of time here. Oh, so the power. Monks has their digs upgraded all the way. Moment of truth. Gonna ruin my life. Take coins. Or do something else. Book coins, I mean. Okay, sick. Takes a book. Yay. I'm so happy. Keep one brown book. Alright, sick. So I can build my 2 workshops. Get myself up to 7 workers, and I still have the coins problem next round. Oh well. I can pass quick enough. Maybe I get coins, I don't know. So tank is upgrading their sailing. 2 sailing. I can do this, this. Okay. Probably one of the books. So me, for next round, I'm kind of thinking, can I find a way to get coins and upgrade? Digging. That would be cool if I could. Eventually I need a bridge for sure here, and ideally just carve out a town this way. For now, I'm going to jump over there. Nice 10-point workshop. So, res by end. There he is. He passes for 6 because of his towns. Towns? No. What was he on? Competency town. Oh yeah, right. He's got the city. Okay, that's why he has 6. 1 and then 2 there. That's a lot of points he's got. It's looking good that way. Okay, so he takes this, so he's going to have 5 priests. He actually has, that's a lot of points too. Yikes. It's going to be, he's looking strong. Looking strong. I'm back. Sorry, folks. Okay. Okay, so I gotta pass. Not the first to pass. I see that. Running out of time. Okay, let's think. You have a shot at getting coins here because I think red might get workers or maybe a priest. So let's say I upgraded digs twice. Could do it if I got coins. I got 10 coins. Have the priest for it. Oh, that's really, really helpful because that changes. With that, I'm going to get 1, 2 here, and then getting closer to taking double dig, which is another option. Except there's actually, I kind of like the idea of taking coins, or I mean, taking coins, doing the double dig, and then just digging my way to a town. Can I do it? I need 1, 2, 3 digs, and 2 workshops. 7, 14, 2, so I'm like missing coins, but I could use the books I get maybe to get more coins. It's a bit tight. Not impossible, I guess. Gonna get points for upgrading here. It's the right move. But I might want to wait till the last round to dig this stuff out. I also have the trading post bonus card, so maybe I just like find a way to build some trading posts. So I'm going to need to want to have, I should say, build guilds because I need a way to have some workshops available. Now can do double dig. Doesn't quite get me here. I still think upgrading digs is better because I'm getting points setting up the next round. Now town-wise, like this, is going to be a town ideally, so I really need a bridge. If I get bridge blocked, I'm dead. I guess you could waste. Get annexes, that's a thing. Kind of ugly. We're in the next round? We are. So he'll build, he did the free upgrade. Okay, fair. So we get coins. Awesome. So 7, 14, 2. I got 12. worst pinch, I could use 2 priests for the extra 2 coins. I could also use a book if I really wanted to. So I can do this. It is possible. The other possibility after upgrading is maybe I can do a bridge, 1 dig, workshop, and then build a guild, hopefully get a neighbor, and then that's a town. Definitely a possibility. Other possibilities are to just jump around a little, get some extra spots. Maybe this. Okay, what happened here? Red sending scholars, living the life. Makes sense. Okay. This is still available. Maybe I'll get it. So it chose 2 white books. I don't know. Maybe there's a world I want to take. This, most likely for now. I'll take the coins if we can. So I built 1 of these. Green upgrades digs. Red takes priest, more points. I can take the coins. That's cool. Let's do it. Okay, we can certainly do the things I wanted to do here now. Let's go back to the other scenario of 3 digs and 2 workshops, which gets me a town. 6, 9, 1 scholar. And then I'm gonna need to build some trading posts to get more scholars at some point. Question is where. No obvious spots right now. Interesting. Could. Okay. Anyway, right now, I've got to upgrade my digs one more time. I really want this bridge. So I'm all connected, so I never need to upgrade shipping or sailing. So that's good. What I was thinking is, do I ruin Black's day and take this? And it's harder for them to do town because they don't want to triple dig gray. And I could double dig gray and do town there, and actually that's not bad. Do a jump. Let's just lay this out here. So I'm gonna dig, I need a flight, I need a workshop, I got a guild. So I have neighbors for guilds, which is cool. 4, 5, 1, have that. I could do another workshop over here. I have enough for that. Later I can take this. Seems like a good plan. If I do all this business, I would get town, which give me some resources, but I really need to get those trading posts out, and I have a trading post pastile, so it makes sense. Black's got this for passing, so they're getting 8 points. Where am I? So I'm on 2, so what does red have? They have the priest. I mean, that would be good for me, for sure. If I can, but he's going to have a long term. So I don't know. That may not happen. Oh, maybe I do. I mean, this is risky, for sure, but if I do 2 guilds this turn, so 4, 6, can use my priest, I could totally do that. Let's start. And I build a bit of a coin economy and power, and get the workshops for next round. Might want to build my university next town. Still really need that bread is gone. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be tight. Okay, I'm looking at the game. I thought red was running away with it, and they still might. But I'm in the running, not the most high-scoring game for me, I'd say. But different, not bad. Okay. Let's do this thing. So I'm pretty much done this turn. I might be the first to pass. Probably I will be. So next round I'm going to want to do a bunch of digging on the edge, getting my town set done. Can I pull off 3 towns? Sure hope so. So I need a bridge there. And 2 digs, 2 dwellings, probably most efficient. here. I need another 2 digs, another 2 dwellings. I don't have. I need to build a guild as well anyway. So that gets me 2 towns here. That's 10, 11. It's gonna be tough. But really I want to be jumping to. This town is not gonna happen at all. There's a whole lot of resources. It's not awesome. There's this worker town left, or tool town left, so I kind of probably need to make that happen to make this stuff work. I'm the first to pass. Well, I can guarantee my bridge, that's something. Any points available? Nope. Can dig, but that's just worth a worker. 2 here coming, so it's not enough to take coins. I think I take the bridge. Okay, so let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a trading post. That could be a town right by itself. Sorry, I need a dig and a workshop. 3, 4, 5. And then this, yes, definitely take the leech. It's B6, okay. But if I do that bridge, then I can't really do this, so let's scrap that for a second. So three digs, 2 workshops. That's a town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And I get an extra 3 tools, let's say. Now I want to build a bridge here and get another town. Don't have a neighbor, it's kind of annoying. So that's kind of more expensive. Maybe we do this first. Okay, so I need a further 2 digs. That's 5 here. I need a guild. I need 2 more workshops. That's 11, 11. Oh, that's 6. And let's take 3 more from that, so that's 9. So I'm just kind of 2 off. I could use priests. Definitely don't want to. I'd use them for jumps. I need coins, one way or the other. That was tough. I definitely think I want to do this. The edge scoring is a lot. It's not a jump, but maybe this is too expensive. Will I get a neighbor here? Black can't make it. Kind of don't see green doing it. Maybe it's just better to do the one town and then do some jumps. So let's look at that. So back to 3 digs. And 2 dwellings, workshops. So I've got 3 of these to work with. I need some trading. I need some guilds to make the jumps happen. That is on this one. That's possible too. It's tricky. So love, well, that's a lot of points, 133. But it doesn't have a lot of resources going into the last round, which is a bit of a blessing. Looks like from a network perspective, second at the moment. Green, 1, 2. Yep, they can connect. They will, I think. Just one upgrade will get them there. Fair amount of resources. Oh, I got a book. Get the reward. Oh, right. It's my pass tile. With the bridge. So, I mean, those coins will be huge. I think I do aim for the second town just to, like, build another trading post and do stuff. Who else has books? But I don't know if they're going to take coins. Black probably wants to build an innovation. They've got just enough. Probably this one. Okay, it's on me. So I could take workers, I could take coins, I could take priest. Okay, I think I'm going to just take the book coins. Who took coins? Black takes coins. That's a lot of resources. Green's got building. They'll need to build a university if they want to get 8 points on the pass. Black has got trading posts and a ton of resources. That's dangerous. Red's just way ahead. Don't know how I'm going to catch them. Okay, so back to me. I think they just take workers. I need lots of workers. This is looking okay. Let's go put out that plan again I was going to do. So we needed 2 more digs. I needed a guild, and I needed 2 more workshops. It's 11. I get the town with the 3 tools. I can do it. And I've got 2 towns. And I haven't used my priests yet. I would need, after that, I can do other things like do another trading post to get another workshop out. Kind of out of workers though. If I was fast at this, I would figure out the math. Not that fast though. Okay, for now, let's just get that first town down. I'm just thinking the second town. Definitely horrible on the cults, like 0 points in the cults. It's like the one big knock on the Fakir Palace is you're just using your priests for that. So it's tough to make an impact here. Okay, where is that from? A8. Okay. Yep, I'll take it. We need it. This section down here in my calculator is sort of my endgame scoring tracker, which I use sometimes. So the idea is you kind of put in the player points for everybody there, and then you can put in what their sort of endgame scoring might look like to help you calculate how you're going to do, where you're going to land. So just park that for a second. Okay, back to this. I actually did 1 dig, so take that out of here and built 1 workshop. And I still have my 3 tool town available. Red did the. Oh, okay, so we got 2. That's weird. Only 2 points from that. Okay, fair enough. Just squeezing out all the points they can. Makes sense. We've got both the pass points. Yeah, it's going to be really tough to compete with. Oh well, this is about learning, so it's all good. Let's do this. Okay, so that was 2 digs and a workshop. So now the question is, am I going to get more points from building this town, or from just, you know, maximizing my jumps? So let's try scenario 2 here. Okay, so we have the second calculator. What if I built 2 guilds, basically for the purposes of getting 2 more workshops that I can use flights with? 3 flights, 3 workshops, and ideally on the edge. 1, 2, 3. So no natural yellows left, so I need 3 digs to pull that off, which I can't do right now. Short workers. That's too much. That's not, I meant dicks. If I, one less skilled, one less workshop, one less tick, 6, 7, I can do that. So that's going to be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 5, 11 points per. It's town, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Let's call it plus 8, 14. So, yeah, this is worth more, 22. Okay, let's follow the points. And do that instead. I'm proud of myself. Sometimes I don't actually do the calculation. It's just a lot to do quickly, but because I'm on the stream, I feel like I'm incented. I want to do it. So there we go. We did it. Okay. I just wish I could squeeze more out of it. Okay, so the plan now is, let's do another jump here. Could be there. Could be there. That doesn't give anybody a leech. Maybe that's better. Also, yeah, not that I need a free spot for a workshop because I'm low on workshops. But first I need to do the trading post. Still have my bridge. Now the bridge is feeling like worse. I mean, the other thing I could do is like, yeah, I think what I do is I do one jump here without building it, so I can turn my priest into 5 points. That makes sense. I'm left with a bunch of coins, which is sort of sad, but is what it is. Looks like tank is really running away with network. We've got 3 buildings left and 1 neutral, so that's like 2 buildings, and I'm going to be 3 buildings left when this is done, looks like. So we have tile resources as well. So looks like second in network is what I'm going to get. So I'll just put that down here. 12 for me. Put this up so you can see it. 12 for me. Black, I assume, will get 18, and green, I assume, will get 6. 0 for red. Just update the points here. Cults, probably going to be a big fat 0, which kind of sucks. Green's got 16. I don't imagine they're going to hold this, so let's call it 16 plus 2, 18, and let's call another 2, 20, because I think black will, with their priests, get a bunch. 20 on the calls for green. Red. Let's say they win these two, 16. Black. Say they win second here. 18, 19, 20. 20 for black. And red. Sorry, that was red I was counting. 20 for red. And then black, we're going to say win second place, second place, second place. So that's 8, 12, 14. Still points to come for sure. Let's look at black. So they don't have the priest bomb. They're not getting any points from their priest. It's a bit sad for them. Red, of course, has the priest bomb, so they're going to get 2 points for the priest. Let's go 8 points for scholars. Excuse me. Maybe I'll make it a little easier here. I'll say yellow. Oops. Yellow. Okay. Back to what I was doing. Okay. Oh no, I can't do that yet. I need to build a trading post. And I'm for sure not going to be towning again. Well, not for sure. You know what? How? I can do that. Yes, I will town again. I'm going to do this. Yes. Back to my plan here. Remember I said I'm going to end with a bunch of coins? Well, I will use those for an expensive trading post. That means I give up. I have options. I can decide what I want to do. Build a bridge, and instead of jumping, I build here. So let's think. So I'm going to get I can do the jump and not build thing. But I require to use a dig to do it. That's the annoying part. So 2, 2, 1 dwelling. Somehow do the dig in the dwelling. It's not an edge scoring, so it's going to be, let's call it 8 points. So I'm giving up 6. I think I have to do it. Anyway, for the minute, I will just confirm with flight and do not build. So I guess actually I don't need that dig for the next one, which is good because I don't have it. Yeah. It certainly feels weird not getting the last town, but oh well. Yellow, green, black. Scores are 128, 113, 124, 155. Okay. Okay, we're going to do this. That was 11 points. Puts me at 139. Huh, that's interesting. So probably the answer is no, but let's just imagine for a second. So 4, so that's 1, and then 3 here, which can get me another priest. I don't know what. It's not enough to get that town. I can need another worker. I think I have to decline. It's just sad. Okay. So let's see pass points. None for me. None for green. None for black. At least not from competencies. These guys are getting 2 towns, that's 6. So town pass is 6 for red. They're going to get 7 on the cult pass. And what about, okay, green's going to get 8 for the pass tile. Pass. And looks like that's it. So what I've calculated is not great for me. Anyway, I'll be at 151 probably. Resource points, okay, I'll get 2 resource points. 1990 for green. Oh, this is bad. That might be last. Probably will be. Okay, well, you know, not the best stream. But we've got a special action. Fine. Let's do my bridge. So my conclusion a little bit today is I think I used to love the Fakir Palace, Palace 9 in the early days of playing. Just seemed really good. I feel like they fixed Fakirs. It's a lot of points right away. You're jumping 2 without doing a bunch of shenanigans. But you've given up the cults, so that's tough. You need a lot of points in AOI to kind of win. So I'm less sold on this palace right now. Of course, I'm sure there are circumstances. I think the other thing too is it's not that hard to convert your priest into a bunch of points, you know, using priest bombs and competency number 8. So it's like there's other ways to do that. There we are again. 3 victory points. Still doesn't seem like a good deal. Decline. All right. You know what? You don't win them all. You learn. Hopefully, it was helpful for you guys watching at home. Still says 1 viewer, so either it's me or it's some person out there. Anyway, this is new to me, this whole streaming thing. It's kind of fun. I had a good time. I hope you did too. And maybe the next one will get a win or do a little bit better, but we're going to keep exploring. And you know, you've got a little bit of a preview of the deck I was working on. earlier how I've kind of tried to do some math to help evaluate, what factions or competencies or palaces or whatever are good to pick. So I'll probably do some work updating that, modernizing it when I can, and we'll do a session just on that. Yep, my calculation here now is I am not coming last right now. It's kind of fun, I think, to show like how I calculate things. I've got some friends who are really good at this game, and they have great mental math and processing. But I find just like having something to like Excel or some even, I guess if I don't really do paper in person, but I would maybe for a tournament or something. It just helps take off some of the processing loads. I can instead see what people are doing and use my brain for other bits. Okay, 5 power here. Can't really get anything. All right, we'll leave it. We'll pass. Can't beat the philosophers. Nope. Can't. Not this time. Full of monks for. Okay, I'm gonna be back, everybody. We'll just like leave the game. Maybe I'll hide the other monitor here so you can see the scoring. I do want to check. So if I did this, it can capture the scoring. Yeah. Cool. I'll be right back, folks. We'll see how this ends. I'm almost positive it's going to be red for the win. But we'll see. Okay, everybody. Did I predict right? Pretty close. Mobula was philosophers. Yeah. So 197. Okay. It was close. Actually, I missed points that are happening along the way. But I predicted mine right, and I predicted this pretty close. Okay. GG. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream. Thank you very much for joining, for watching in the future if you watch a recording. Anyway, I'm going to do this a bunch over the next little while, and hopefully we get some better results. But thank you. It was fun. All right.